Welcome back to my channel. So today's question is brought to you by Kryptons. And Kryptons asked, if my life was a movie, what would the soundtrack to my life be? I actually had a hard time figuring it out because I had to really think about songs that I would put on there, why I would put on them, and how they connect to me in some way, and what resonates with me. And so one of them, so I was gonna put them in order, but then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna list them and give you a quick little example why this song is on. So, first one is River by Joni Mitchell. This song, there's a line here that just gets me every time, and I just feel it in my soul. You know what I mean? And she talks about she wants to skate on a river to get away, and she wants to make a whole bunch of money, and she wants to basically live out her dream. So, like, I feel like as a writer and as someone who's trying to do like artistic things and is creating stuff, I feel that. I feel like I'm still working towards something that I haven't achieved yet. And that is, I really want to be a show writer. I really want to write. I really want to create. I really want to write a book too. There's so many things that I want to do that I haven't done yet. I'm just dreaming about the day break out and go and do that. But yeah. So River by Joni Mitchell is a song. The next song that I have on my list is New Kid in Town by the Eagles. And this song speaks to me so much because growing up, we used to move around a lot. Like literally, I think the longest I ever lived in one place was like 5 years. My mom loves to move around. She's very nomadic. We moved between Alberta and Ontario actually quite a bit. My mom would get homesick, so we'd move home to Ontario, and then she'd remember why we don't live there, and then we moved back to Alberta. Yeah, so I always, had to be the new kid all the time. And New Kid in Town is actually pretty interesting, which is true. I think it talks about basically just your 15 minutes of fame almost. Everyone finds you interesting when you're the new kid. And then slowly that dies away, and then people are no longer interested because they know you, and you're now just one of the old kids. So yeah, the Eagles' New Kid in Town definitely speaks to me on so many levels. I think it just in life, how things happen, and so we do everything, like we experience something new comes along, and it's just so new and fresh, and we're so excited about it. And then, the novelty kind of wears off after a while. And we're just back to what's always been there. So, New Kid in Town, by the Eagles. I think my next one is Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode. And I really love Depeche Mode. You'll notice a theme. I really connect to lyrics. And so I really like songs that have like lyrics that I connect to in some way. Enjoy the Silence to me is one of those ones where it's that comfortable silence. I feel really comfortable with people if we can just be there and in silence and enjoy something. Like I never get the feeling that I need to fill the space with sound. So I think if you can comfortably enjoy silence, I think, like a level of comfort, knowing your relationship, whatever capacity, if you're friends, whatever, if you can enjoy silence together. And so to me, this song like speaks to that, especially when he talks about like words are meaningless and forgettable. Yeah. And words are trivial and can only do harm. Yeah, I think sometimes people get hung up on the words without the actual like experience or the meaning behind them. And sometimes we don't need to give things. Sometimes we don't need to give them like they just are. Like why do we quantify love? You know what I mean? Why would we do that? We just love people. Well, yeah, to me, Enjoy the Silence is one of those soundtracks in my life that I think explains my life so much as an introvert. But just the way I think about things. I definitely really connect to that. Another song, I just love the song, which is Under Pressure, and it was from Queen and David Bowie. Oh my god, this song, I hear this song, I think it just kind of expel or expresses like the pressure that we put on ourselves, right? Yeah, I don't know. I love this song. I love this duet. Like I love everything about it. It's not really a duet because it's a band and David Bowie, but yeah, I really love that song. I really love that song. When I was a teenager, one of my first like loves, never loved me back, by the way. And I had a crush and was just obsessed with this person for years. And I still remember a night that we almost kissed. We didn't kiss, but we almost kissed. And the song Tonight Tonight was playing by the Smashing. Still think about this person to this day if I hear that. And then my song that I always said, if I ever got married, the song that I would get married to would be called Love Will Keep Us Alive by the Eagles. And I love this song for so many reasons. Basically, it's talking about like all the money, all the things in the world. Doesn't matter. Because we love each other, then it's through. And I love that. I want that. And so if I ever got married, that would be my. And then on the other hand, when I was a lovesick teenager, like I said, never got like returned. I always tend to like people who don't like me back. So I constantly in this spot of like unrequited love. I'm always there. I think that's why I like the movie The Holiday, because I'm like, I felt that so much. I am always the person who like likes people who never like me back. I just give up. But Black by Pearl Jam gotta be the song that I listen to over and over again as a lovesick teenager. And the whole song was basically how you meet someone, you think it's going all great, and then it doesn't, and it ends like a failed relationship. And in your life, you know that you have to let this person go, because you know that even though you had this beautiful thing happen, you have to let them go so they can have it to someone else, because you know it's not meant to be or whatever. And so you're letting them go so they can then have that experience with someone else they're meant to be with. And so it's like letting someone go and just basically grieving for that relationship, but knowing that you've done the right thing. And so Black by Pearl Jam gotta be on my soundtrack again. I was in like a long distance relationship, like 2 years, and it wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't getting what I needed out of it, and they weren't getting what they needed out of it, and I had to end it. I ended it. So, yeah. Definitely love that song so many ways. Like that saying, you know, if you love something, set it free, back it's meant, whatever, all that jazz. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta let people go and know that it should gotta move on. So for me, that would be that song. I feel like a lot of these songs are very depressing. But I couldn't think of any upbeat ones that I wanted to put on there, and I still have to think about that. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, that would be the soundtrack to my life. That would be it. So thank you, Kryptons, for the question, and I'll see you in the next video.